We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Bam.
The 12th episode of the Quantum Leap Revival series is now upon us, and this one's called Let Them Play. Now, even though I just kind of want to skip all the way to the end and talk about the crazy ending, I will wait a bit to explain what the episode's all about. In Let Them Play, Ben jumps into a high school basketball coach who falls under a little bit of scrutiny when he allows his daughter to play in the last portion of a game, resulting in a win. The problem there is it's back in 2012, and his daughter is transgendered. Not only just trans, but also the first openly transgendered girl in that school. Other classmates and parents believe wholeheartedly that she has an unfair advantage in the game, and Ben's mission is essentially just to advocate for her and ultimately stop her from running away and basically dying alone. Meanwhile, in modern day, you got Magic and Jen trying to attempt to track down the name Janice gave them, Dottie, who told Ben to leap, and they find out somebody leapt into Dottie's body to do just that. And who leapt into her? Well, that's absolutely a shock to the system. We'll get into that, trust me. But yeah, some people won't love this episode because of an overwhelming hate people tend to have for PC narrative shows and or episodes. But hey, it does mimic life, just like the original show did back in the day for racism and sexism, and it refuses to back down in terms of approaching these touchy subjects in an honest light. This is life, you know? This is how people are treated. You have to open your mind and heart a little bit to see how these things actually affect people, because as the show likes to point out, people do end up running away. People do commit suicide. There's even a disclaimer at the end of the episode with a hotline because of it. Now, if you're somebody out there that hates this episode for that reason or wants to skip it all together, with all due respect, get over yourself. You shouldn't even be watching the show in the first place because, I mean, come on. The show and the original show has always been about acceptance and equality. Again, get over yourself. Personally, I really love it when the episodes don't just constantly have these episodes where he has to save the world or do this big thing, but rather do something much smaller and much more relatable and close to home for some people. So for me, I actually really enjoyed this episode, but let's go ahead and talk about the end of the episode. So, throughout the entire thing, we learn who it was that told Ben to leap in the first place, and the revelation is a little bit of a shock. Some of you believe that it was either Ben or Sam or even Al having leapt into somebody else, and while you were on the right track, you were still a little bit off. Turns out that the woman that they tracked down, Dottie, remembers somebody behind the wheel of her mind when her character told Ben to leap, and she made a sketch of that person, similarly to how Magic remembered Sam in the back of his mind. But yeah, Dottie made this drawing of whoever it was controlling her, and who was it? Ian! Yeah, our Ian. Probably a slightly older version of him with longer hair, but Ian nonetheless, which means at some point, Ian leaps. How, why, when? That's all up for debate and interpretation, but I feel like the show just gave itself content for a second season. I don't think we'll see Ian jump at this season at all. His hair length kind of gives that away, but it could be a seasonal arc for a further season. I'll definitely be interested to see what they do from here. Do they interrogate Ian to see if he's working for the enemy? Do they fire him and have Janice take his place? Do they tell him at all? Hard to tell. But as far as opening up avenues for which direction the show could potentially take, let's just say that things have suddenly become pretty darn interesting. But what do you guys think? What do you think happens that makes Ian decide to leap in the first place? Once he leaps, do you think he'll be leaping alongside Ben? Do you think that they're both going to be stuck in the quantum realm or whatever you call it? Does Ian turn into an evil leaper? Is he already an evil leaper? Is he working with the Martinez guy? I don't know. But at this point, along with Sam and the original evil leapers from the original show, there's quite a few leapers potentially kind of bouncing all over the place at this point. Is it too many? Are they going to jumble the narrative? Is this what Janice meant about not being able to trust everybody on the team? What is going on? Guys, let me know what you thought about this episode in the comment section down below. Please let me know any of your theories that you have about what's going on. We're getting pretty close to the season finale at this point. I looked it up. There's 19 episodes this season. 19, which granted is a kind of weird number for a TV series, but that means After this, we have 7 more episodes. So, we are in the home stretch. Let's finish strong. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe button, and bell to be notified when I come out with my next review for Quantum Leap. And until then, peace out.